Kevin Jimenez. That's a name you thought you'd never see again.
He's back from the dead.
He's back, damn it. And also, there's a few other characters back. Maybe not for the dead, but usually some that are saved for finales in the eyes of Potter.
Hopefully this isn't his one and only appearance of the season. He's not been given us many appearances over the years. Season 4, I think we've seen him once. Season 3, we've seen him once. Now we've seen him already in episode 3. I'm assuming based on how it went though, and it is the finale, we'll see a lot more of Potter. But I'll tell you what we didn't see in this episode, and that was good stuff. Very disappointed with episode 3. I actually thought episode 3 had potential to be the best of the season so far. Mainly just down to how disappointed I was in the opening 2 episodes. So I thought, right, okay, episode 3 is going to be a big one. Something big's going to happen in episode 3 because nothing really happened in the first 2 episodes. And it actually did not deliver. It turned out to be worse than the opening 2 episodes in the double premiere. Now, you could argue it ended in a big way. However, I'm going to disagree because the trailer already revealed what was going to happen in this episode. So it's hardly a big reveal. It's hardly something shocking when the trailer already gave it away. We didn't learn anything more after watching this episode than we already knew in the trailer, with of course the big reveal being there is a rat. But we knew that. We knew that Creeper told Hank in the trailer, and we knew that Hank was then left pondering who it was. So yeah, we don't know who the rat is. All we know is that Creeper has told Hank, and Hank now knows there is a rat. That's it. We're nowhere further than we were 90 minutes ago, which is disappointing.
Yep, majorly disappointing. If you look at this episode, this is definition of a filler episode, right? Because not one thing ended or conclude it. It was everything in this episode, every wee segment is leading to next week, which I think, if it's done right, is not too much an issue, but there's no pages closed here. It was just...
Like, with 7 episodes left to go before this wraps up, we ain't got time to build to the next episode. We need things to be happening now. And a lot of people considered Isaac to be the best thing in the first 2 episodes. Yep. No Isaac here tonight. Very strange. Did not appear. Gilly, who I think over the past 2 seasons got quite a lot of screen time and got more developed. Didn't really get much in the opening 2 episodes. Wasn't even in tonight's episode. Very strange. The Thingy's kid, Abara's kid, a lot of people praised him. Barely got to see him tonight. Barely seen him at all, to be honest. I think he was in 2 scenes.
These people are being sacrificed for the likes of Hope and Letty,
whose story, in my opinion, is pretty much ended. Now, we talked about returns. We did get the return of Butterfly, but in all honesty, I mean, who cares about...
If you're not us, right, if you're not Fog Entertainment, who cares? You wouldn't know about Butterfly. Unless you make vids on this 27 times a day.
Well, you would probably know who but not, even if you do make... Why would you care? Some junkie that used to be in Mev Mountains returned.
Right, but not this.
But what has that got to do with the final season, Suns vs. Mayans? The only reason Butterfly exists is just to link Letty and Hope to a potential Isaac meeting showdown. That's it.
No, but see at the end of the day, why are those two getting fired into an SOA Mayans war? There's bigger fish to fry than these two potentially getting kidnapped at the hands of Isaac.
I just feel like Elgin James doesn't want to kill anybody off. I feel like this is like Mayans and Friends, and it's like there's been perfect opportunities to end certain story arcs, and they just haven't done it. You know, they've continued on. Like, I think at the end of season 4, see when Letty picks up Hope and saves her from going back to a life of being a junkie, I think that was it, man. They should have just rode off into the sunset, and that's it.
You know, like,
that would have been that done.
You're not a junkie, but you're doing bank robberies every day.
As if that's much better. I just feel...
No, but like, they're giving so much development and time to that story arc, but you've other stuff throughout this show, like the way the episode kicks off. You've got the Mayans bringing down this drug organisation, like the whole shipment process.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Like, there's no build-up. Then, at the end of the episode, like, I know we're going ahead, but you get Angel and Easy go visit Cole with no build-up. Just to show up at his front door.
Let's give it the build-up. Let's start with the opening of the episode. So, we basically see that the Mayans are doing like a raid on this building, house, whatever. Turns out
facility.
They're cooking
fentanyl
in here,
which is the big thing in America right now.
Just ask George Floyd. So that happens. They kill everyone, I guess, inside. I think they kill like the security or the mercenaries or the people that are the drug deal, the people that are fucking overseeing the fentanyl being cooked. So they do that. Then Angel spots the cook in the radio. And have you seen the cook yet? Angel, after seeing a kid in the window, I think believing that the kid belongs to this cook, says that he doesn't see the cook. So Angel is willing to lie here to the club and spare this guy's life, but somebody else in the Mayans spots him and kicks him out, and then he gets kidnapped, essentially, and they take him to the Mayans clubhouse, whatever. Is this actually in their clubhouse? It's like in the garage outside the clubhouse.
Aye. So it's like Talomoro ground, if you know what I mean. So it's like it's on the premises.
Yeah, but when would the Suns ever been fucking stupid enough to start doing drugs at Talomoro?
Things are desperate in Santa Padre, but you're absolutely
Jesus
right.
Christ, man, you don't shit where you
What's
eat.
Angel's end game here, right? Obviously, right? Oh, he doesn't want this guy getting hurt, but you're going to hurt the club by not getting this guy. You need this guy. It's all fucking end game. Honestly, Angel can't live half in or half out. I know that tag always get drafted to Opie in like season 1, but he was always there. He didn't do anything to compromise the club.
Well, he sure learnt the hard way, didn't he?
He did.
Angel even, learned the hard way. So they take this guy back to the compound or whatever. They got him in the garage and they're saying, like, you will cook for us. He says, nah, I can't cook. I'm only the assistant. I watch the cooks. Whether he's telling the truth or not, we don't know. But he does follow instructions. So when later on...
After a wee bit of threatening.
Yeah, so they threaten to kill his family. You got Downer, points a gun at him.
He's stalling.
Ibarra's kid,
That's funny. He's stalling for what? Nothing's coming for him.
Ibarra's kid, kicks him, and then Bottles, then tries to get Ibarra's kid away from him, and he says he's only scared. Ibarra's kid is pissed off by this and shoots down Bottles because, hey, you're a prospect. Don't speak to me like that, prospect. I mean,
okay, well, what was the whole point of this? It was to show a relationship potentially between this cook and Bottles, because he's scared. Well, no shit. Why the fuck does he even mention that?
No, it bothers me though. I actually hate how some full patch members speak to prospects as if prospects aren't willing to sacrifice their life as well. I mean, a lot of times prospects actually put more on the line than full patch members, and I get it that certain things can be disrespectful, but I don't think what Bottles done here was disrespectful.
No, but it was retarded in terms of the context of the show, I think. Like the world we live in. This would be like in season 4 of Sons when they get Georgie Caruso and he's got the ball gag in his wife and he's freaking out, and Juice goes to Clay's face like, he's scared, Clay.
I know, but this guy hasn't really done anything. I mean, Georgie Caruso kind of killed Luan, but anyway, let's not go off topic here.
I know, but why did he need to say it? And Easy threatens Bottles, says, don't fucking say sorry, just don't do that again.
Easy calls him up and Easy says, look, you're going to be this guy, you're going to be beside this guy, whatever he says, you're going to do, you're going to help him cook. So basically we're getting like Breaking Bad here, only you don't get Walter and Jesse, goggles. You just get Goggles and some other Mexican guy.
Elio.
Yeah, Emilio.
No, or Elio.
Elio. Ah, well, Elio.
Anyway.
You say Elio, I say Emilio.
Let's go shopping for some
let's not go shopping.
Hold on, mate. Emily's went shopping and you're kind of gloss over this.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what's on Emily's shopping list, right? So first of all, we need to finish this scene. Easy then says to him, look, if you ever do that again, and Bottle says, I'm sorry, and Easy's like, no, don't say sorry, just don't fucking do it. And basically makes a threat, and it's like, this is the same guy that in the premiere turned round and says to Galindo, maybe if you didn't treat them like dirty peasants, you would still have your son. And Galindo at this time fucking had the club by the nuts. And Easy, as a prospect, said that to Galindo when his son's been kidnapped. And it's like, what the fuck? How can Easy never really... Yeah, he kind of got... If anything, Easy got applauded for what he done.
Maybe Easy would have respected Bottles here, though, if Bottles went... No, Easy, I need to speak up, speak my mind. Ezekiel.
No, I think it's just the way. I just think Easy's changed over 4 seasons.
No, absolutely.
But I just don't think.
I think because it's been such a short time span for when he was prospecting now, I think he should show a bit of like, here I was once at, but you get none of the sort.
Like I just didn't really like Ibarra's kid speaking down to him like this. I mean, That'd be kind of like Juice, wouldn't it? Speaking down to half sack. It's like, I get Juice is a full patch and half sack's not, but
that's MC culture, mate. My biggest problem with
so basically, as a prospect, you have to just be a little bitch the fucking entire time.
No, I feel like Mayans goes a bit OT on it.
But I would actually think from that kind of that like club culture, like you said, it's like sometimes they would actually respect a prospect for maybe speaking up.
Yeah.
But I felt like Bottles.
But see his sons, right? It was banter because see when like they didn't close the door and they're like, "Close the fucking door." I remember Filthy Phil and he closed it. And then they all laugh about it. See in Mayans, you actually genuinely feel like these guys fucking hate the prospects.
Yeah, well, that's what I feel.
At least with Nestor, right? There's a bit of previous beef, but with this kid, who knows? But anyway, right? My favourite scene of the episode: Emily and her shopping list. Take it away. I need to hear this again for somebody else.
Right. So Emily's going into the supermarket. She's been flanked. She's got shitey pants in the shopping cart. She's been flanked by some, I believe, a maid or something like that, one of the maids at the Galindo household. Then she's been flanked by Galindo's right-hand man. I think it's his right-hand man. Not entirely sure. Either way, they're walking her into the supermarket side by side. Then when she's going in, we see those junkies that were hanging about with Hope. So one of them says, "Can you spare $1?" And I don't know, it sounded like they were asking for $1, but then they throw whatever loose change they had at Emily. So it's like, what is it? Do you need money? Or were you offering to give Emily $1?
Imagine going through that much effort, though, to recast these people to bring them back for this.
And it was the same people, I think. And then, like, they kind of, it's like, what? Why is Galindo? And I get it, Galindo's bodyguard or whatever, Galindo's right-hand man probably is more focused on making sure Emily doesn't get away or anything like that. But, like, this guy could have just walked over, man, and bitch slapped the fuck out of these people. Yet he's just walking into the store, accepting that they've thrown coins at him.
Very weak. It is. Like,
and even if he doesn't take it as him, they're throwing coins in the direction of Emily's, Galindo's wife and son. And he's just standing there. Like, look at these. He could have walked over and just killed them.
Look at Sons.
He could have literally made sure they didn't see past season 4.
See Romeo Parada and Luis Lopez. Think they would have let this fucking slide?
Definitely not. No.
Cut their tongues out.
I mean, I thought the disrespect was insane. Then but you're thinking, well, maybe he doesn't want Emily to leave his sight. Something that's fair enough. If he turns round to them, he's distracted. All right, I'll let it go. But they walk into the supermarket, and then Emily gives them like a shopping list, and they divide up. And like the maid or whatever leaves, and then Galindo's right hand man leaves, and Emily's all alone. And it's like, I thought he was staying right by our side.
That's just contradictory. Why the fuck would this guy, right? Emily's not on equal parts with Galindo. Why would this guy be taking orders for Emily? He should be listening to the main order for Miguel to stay by our side.
No, it's not about the order, man. It's about the fact that he walked up a different aisle and took his eyes off her.
Yeah, exactly. He should be like, no, I'm staying here with you. This is my job.
No, it's not like he's asked. I'm not saying he can't get her fucking shopping. What I'm saying is he shouldn't be splitting up fair.
Yeah, that's my
point.
point.
If she says, here, can you pass me the beetroot? If the beetroot is within viewing distance of Emily, then I think he's entitled to grab her.
But my point is, this is not like previous seasons where she didn't need to be kept an eye on, but now she does.
I'm not saying he can't help her with the shopping.
Yes, but if he has to go 3 aisles away, it's a bit...
Well, that's what I say. That's what I'm saying. So why are you interrupting us?
You're the one fucking taking it bad.
No, I'm not interrupting.
The shopping list just went off score.
I literally pointed out how I thought it would make sense if he didn't go up to the junkies before they went in, then that would be fine because he didn't want to leave Emily Galindo's side. But then they get into the supermarket and he does leave her side. What part of that do you disagree with?
Nothing.
Right, that's right.
You're the one jumping down my throat.
I'm not jumping down your throat. You're the one that's throwing coins at me, mate, when I'm trying to explain
I'm looking at the exit door here.
Aye, well, right. So Emily, then you said you wanted me to describe what happened, and then you're jumping in.
It was a bit of banter. Right, I was trying to pish at how shit the scene was.
So she tells him to go and get fucking toilet roll, and he comes back with like the wrong pack or whatever, 24 pack. But while he's away, she says they want the environment friendly toilet roll or whatever to wipe shitey hole's arse. Maybe he shites a lot that they need this special toilet paper to keep him clean. I don't know. Crystal Bell shites his pants a lot. But anyway, while he was away, they showed you Emily looking at like the exit door. I think it was the like staff only area, and she was looking at it, and then she was like slowly pushing the trolley towards the exit, and it showed you the wheels like slowly spinning and spinning, getting closer to the door. And then that is when your guy returns with the toilet paper. So the whole thing is here, Emily was considering making a bolt for the exits of the mall, I guess the back door exit, but before she could try it, before she could contemplate it, he comes back with the toilet paper. And then she asked him to go and get the other toilet paper. Then the maid comes back and says, "No, you stay with Emily. I'll get it." So now staying with Emily's the priority, but
The maid is the top dog.
But 2 minutes ago, it wasn't the priority. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's like either you're standing by her side like 100% of the time, or you're not. I thought the consistency was lacking in my opinion. But I mean, whatever. Galindo did say in the last episode, you can go anywhere you want. You're not a victim here. You're not being trapped. You're not my hostage. But you will never be alone with my son. And well, for about 10 seconds, she was alone.
I feel like the safer thing to do here, though, is she can do the shopping just by herself.
Just can't take shitey pants.
Yeah, is that not the best course of action for Miguel?
Yeah.
I'd say it is. But, talking to kids, Alvarez's kids gets an E- on her test, and he's sitting there drinking, and he does not care about this E-. He's thinking about how I was president, founding member, and now I'm...
It was an A-. It
was an E-.
She got an A-.
It was E.
It was definitely A.
It was E.
You don't think Alvarez would be pissed off if
I don't think he gets...
No, it was an A. Who even gets an E-, you tool? That's not even a grade.
Aye, it is.
E-.
Aye.
Nah, I think you just get E. When you get that far down, they don't do minuses and plus.
Well, hold on, right?
I don't think they do.
The kid with Down syndrome was picked third last in PE, so it's alright.
Well, what's better, him getting picked third last or a minus E?
I thought it was an E-. I thought that was why he kind of like chuckled at it. No? Fuck, did I not? Was I not paying attention to the Alvarez scene?
I can't imagine his daughter would get an E- in anything. E- is dipshit level.
It is, and you know what? I remember.
Now, if the kid got an E-, I could maybe accept that he got a fucking... What's the furthest you can go in the alphabet?
Said.
Aye, well.
See?
I don't know. They've added a few more letters onto the alphabet. But, aye, anyway. I thought it was an A-. Who cares? Alvarez didn't care. If he didn't care, why should we care?
Exactly. But Creeper is in prison. He's walking. He has like a limp because he's been stabbed, and then like he sees everybody, so he like puts on this hard man persona.
But I tell you what, right? I can accept Creeper limping because he's been stabbed. What I can't accept is fucking Hank still limping when he got shot like
a year ago.
Because you've got the 4 months time skip,
then you've
a 6 month, and then you've got all this shit in between. So it's at least a year. It's at least a year since Hank got shot, and he's still walking about with this cane.
I know. It's gotta be Kane.
The only thing I will say, if Hank's mobility's that bad and he's walking around with a cane, I think that makes him an easy victim for somebody.
And I feel like he should be stripped of his patch. He's not doing anything for me.
Oh, well.
He limps outside the clubhouse and makes a phone call.
Yeah, so Creeper's inside. It was weird because he walks into like general population or whatever.
Gen pop.
I guess they're having their, I don't know, this is their like lunchtime or...
Aye, something like aye.
And he just stands in the middle looking around, and I guess he's got no friends, no allies. That's probably the point
Well, see,
going for.
The gist of this is because the Mayans lost the pipeline. Obviously, the Mayans run the prisons. That's why Easy's making this a pretty big deal in this episode. So, yeah, of course, if the Mayans run the prison and they run the drugs inside a jail, he's going to be backed.
So you think Easy's going through all this shit for Creeper's sake?
No, he's doing it for the Mayans, but also it's helping. It's like two birds with one stone.
Well, Angel doesn't really seem to care about Creeper's safety then.
No, Angel does not.
But anyway, that's it. That's the Creeper scene done. He kind of just stands there in the prison.
Yeah, not
general plop.
Not an awful lot going on. We have Hope and Letty talking in the house.
Oh, what do you want to be? What's your dream job? And I think Hope's still on the gear, to be honest. She's coming up with all these, well, I want to be a sleep tester. I want to be this. I want to be that. Just all these. I want to be a book reader or a book tester. Letty tells her, you know that's just known as reading. But yeah, the whole point was she wanted to get paid for it. And that's pretty much it here.
What's the point of this, honestly? Like,
Letty wants to go and do the job. Hope says, "No, I'm not doing it. You said you would finish the game first." Then they finish the game, and Letty talks about having a mansion or something with 24 kids and 5 cars. It's like, or some shit like that.
It tends to be if you have 24 kids, you don't have 20 mansions. I know she's written the piss here, but
well, maybe it wasn't.
This is no, she did say kids, but this is the final season. What are we doing here? Come on, war on all fronts, and we're sitting here talking about hypotheticals that ain't fucking happening. Come on.
I just feel like there's a lot of time in the second half of season 4.
This could have happened.
Now, maybe they didn't want to... I guess they have to grieve Coco first, so they can't exact... I mean, maybe that's what they're doing. But I actually think Coco's... I don't like how Coco's funeral happened, 5 episodes after he died.
Yeah. I know they're...
I felt like, see when Opie dies, I know it, takes, it's, towards the end of the next episode.
But it's like a day's past.
Yeah, but like seeing this, it was like too much time passed. Like
I would say between when Coco died and his funeral, it's about a couple of weeks.
see if you compare everything in Mayans and Sons, it's similar. Sons do it so much better. Like it's not even close.
Yeah, I can't think of one thing Mayans does better.
They don't. Anyway, then we see Felipe and
Yeah, he's going through old photos. You see
just
this,
when you thought this episode couldn't get worse.
like, you see this, you see this photo, right? It's so obvious it's Miguel. Then, like, the next scene transitions into Miguel, and it's like, right, we fucking knew it was Miguel, right? Don't need to dumb it down for us. He's fixing his kid's bike, and then Felipe goes out, "Hey, shitty pants, fuck off. Go to the maid." And then Felipe's like, "I thought you should see these, Miguel. Your mother never stopped writing." Miguel rightfully. What do you think's the case here? Do you think Miguel should be seeing Felipe in his life, or do you think the fact that Felipe, Easy, and Angel conspired to kill his ma, he's right here to never fucking want to see them?
Basically, I mean, they killed his mum and Felipe never had anything to do with him. And it appears that Dita actually wanted Felipe to be in Galindo's life. Now, I know you could argue it would get messy here. And, you know, if the affair got out, then maybe that could have led to, you know, like trouble. They didn't want any part of. But at the end of the day, for whatever reason, Felipe has not bothered to come and be in Galindo's life. I mean, when did Galindo's father die? I mean, Galindo's father's been dead since...
He died in between Sons and Mines.
So there you go. I mean, if Felipe really wanted to maybe come into Galindo's life when perhaps, you know, that wouldn't, any sort of blowback wouldn't be a factor, he could have done it by now.
Easily.
It feels like it's like the only reason he revealed it was to save his life and to save Easy and Angel. So I mean, yeah, Felipe hasn't really wanted anything to do with Galindo
Miguel.
up until now. So I don't see why.
May as well wrap up the Miguel stuff like later on in the episode.
Well, technically, should he not be Miguel Reyes?
Technically, so he's not even a Galindo. But yeah, to wrap up Galindo's
Does that
stuff.
mean Cristobal Shitey Pants Reyes?
God damn right.
Damn.
God damn right. There's two Reyes. We've got Cristobal and Maverick. But anyway, right, Miguel just reads through a couple of the letters.
Do you think it's mad that like Maverick's 5 years Cristobal's junior yet he probably shites himself less?
Probably. Right, anyway, right. What do you think about Miguel opening these letters? It's going to go nowhere.
He opens the letters.
What could be in these for him to go, "Oh, these three are actually alright"?
Well, actually, first of all, he tells Felipe, "If you ever come back up here, I'll bury you."
I discussed that about 10 minutes ago.
I wasn't listening.
That's alright.
The episode was shite, and so was your review of it. So
Anyway, it's our review of it.
aye, well, your parts, I'm tuning it, mate.
Anyway, Potter, you tuned in for this part because Potter's back.
And he's drinking moo moo milk. You know what? Potter was always a bit of a weird guy, but why is everybody that returns in Mayans like fucked in the head? We've seen with...
Yeah, I feel like it's overdone.
We've seen with the man with the crazy fingers, totally... His name's...
Chucky.
We've seen with Chucky, right? Chucky was out of it in Sons, but see in Mayans, Coco, loco. I mean, what the fuck was that? Absolute shite. And now we've got this guy. What's his name again? Potter. Potter, and it's like, he's fucking sitting there like sucking on this baby milk, and it's like, what the fuck is... I know the guy was always a bit out there and a bit strange, but I mean, why in Mayans MC are these people like...
I actually feel
so
like...
their mentality's been divided by 50 and they've got this childlike Cristobal shit my pants mentality.
Do you not feel like Potter is incapable of structuring a fucking sentence together? Like, I mean, like... No, the way in Sons, he's like...
It's a bit like us.
He's like, Juan Carlos just locked down our Irish cartel gun meat. I feel like he would absolutely dance around that now, but like, the moo moo milk is meeting the Irish stew. Or something like that.
Yeah, I can't formulate a sentence. It's like...
It's always got to be these wee innuendos.
Which is alright.
Which this actress points out, who's 66, which I thought was quite unbelievable. But you know what? I enjoyed this. I feel like we're going to get a lot more of Potter this season, so you know what? I'll happily accept that. But again, what are these problems that are in his files? What do you think the problems are?
There's a lot of problems, guys. I'll tell you that.
It's a Snickers bar.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Potter. I wonder what he's done wrong. He talked about his Snicker bars adding up to the bill. That can't be what this is about, him overspending or not, like keeping receipts or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was to do with him deleting maybe all the evidence. Could that be?
But easy.
I'm assuming so. I'm assuming that's what this is about.
Of course he's still back in the LNG. Maybe he's gave them a lot more money than the government's comfortable doing. I'm not too sure.
Although, what I will say is, I mean, I think in the last episode when we were reviewing it, I spoke about how like Potter said he completely deleted it and he like dissolved all the evidence of Easy and all that stuff. But we find out in this episode that Kevin Jimenez is still a thing. So I mean, I think it was impossible. You also have physical copies. That's what my point was.
Yeah, but the problem is here, he actually, on the document, he went over Easy's name in like Tipex, as we've seen in the document.
Yeah, but is there only one document?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's photocopied a lot, but yeah, you know, I think this
he's went through every single document that exists and rubbed out
this
Easy's name.
This whole US government and Potter it's all going to link together with like Cody and Creeper. I can definitely see this linking together, and you know what? Maybe that'll make it, because I feel like in this episode that was probably some of the better stuff. And talking to Cody, she has been fired, but she hoovers the key card off her boss,
Melissa,
damn it.
Melissa says, you went behind my back. I kept you on a job, and you took your grubby little hands and you opened up. You spit in my mouth. I mean, I think Melissa's taking this a bit bad. I mean, what did she really do? She went to see. Is that a crime?
She went to see Creeper. Maybe.
I mean, I guess maybe it affects the investigation or whatever, but I mean, who cares? Anyway, Cody.
Sounded like it was Potter on the phone to her, didn't it? Don't actually get to hear who it was on the phone to Melissa, but I'll go with Potter.
But no, it's annoying. Well, it's not really annoying, but it's kind of sad because like Cody's now lost her job. Yet the only reason she did this was to keep her job. So it's like she's almost like she's fucked up Keeper's future and their relationship, and she's not even got a job for it now.
At least she got the key card though, because without this key card, she would not have made it into the records room. And will she find out the information? Well, as you can see, guys, she reads a bit of information. Agent Kevin Jimenez, Santa Padre.
Santo Padre. So yeah, Agent Kevin Jimenez. What happened to him? If you remember,
when she was reading it, she like kind of thought about it, so she must be able to remember that. But then she can remember a name, but is it going to actually be like you said? Is it actually going to be in writing here about this guy's connection to like the Reyes family and the fact he was their cousin? I'm not too sure, but either way, it looks like it's not good for the Reyes brothers, especially Easy. I've seen people saying though that Easy, he said he wouldn't rat on the Mayans. It was just information on the cartel, but it doesn't work like that. Once you're a rat, you're a rat. If you're in a crew and you're rat, it doesn't matter if you're ratting on someone else, unless it's like a club decision, which of course it wasn't, but it's no good.
Yeah, because he's still ratting on people that were working with the club.
No, exactly.
I just don't think they'd let that. But then again, you could argue that he's president now. I mean, although
he does give the talk to Creeper soon. I'm going to take this club back to the heights it deserves to be at, man. Maybe that sells Creeper. Up next, we have another epic return. It's Butterfly. This whole scene between Hope and Letty, like, what was Hope trying to accomplish here? Was she trying to get to the door?
So Hope goes in. She's waiting. It appears just to be it was like people going to Saul for like lawyer advice, and you've got a bunch of bums waiting. That's what this kind of reminded me of.
Yeah, but it was like drugs.
So it's a bunch of junkies hanging around waiting for their drugs. Hope's getting a little bit agitated here. I don't know if she was looking at all this stuff and thinking, you know what, I kind of want to be a junkie again. I don't know if she was getting some sort of adrenaline rush, or she was like, I don't know, wanting to go back to that lifestyle. But she starts moving about. People are like, the guys in charge are saying, look, stop it. You'll be seen soon. Just don't move. And then Hope is going to leave out the door, but some guy stops her. Then Letty bursts in with a knife.
Gets a gun pointed to her head.
But like, even if there's no guns in here, like, there's like several fucking men. I just don't see how Letty coming in with a knife is going to
do anything
work for them.
Yeah.
So they get a gun pointed at their head. Then we hear a voice, and Hope looks at the voice. It turns out it's Butterfly. Hope's like kind of distracted here, shocked that Butterfly is still alive.
What percentage of people do you think watching this actually realised this was Butterfly?
About half, maybe. Less than half.
I'd say less than half.
So then, after a little distraction and I guess a standoff, maybe, call it what you speak, but I mean, I don't know if it was a standoff because, I mean, Letty's got a knife and this other guy's got a gun. But anyway, he seems to take his guard down. Letty stabs him, and then they run out with a bag. Turns out it's a bag of cash.
$17,000.
One of the other drug dealer guys has got like a sort of like a Uzi, an MP5 or something.
Tech 9. Looks like a
Tech 9. And he starts spraying towards them as they run out the door. And they're in like a small room, crowded. I mean, this guy could have literally shot anybody. Could have shot his own guy that got stabbed. But no, they managed to get out of the way. They then jump down the stairs and they keep on running. And the guy gets to the front door and he starts shooting. He misses him again. as they go and like hide behind a car, and then they get into the car and they drive off. I mean, this guy had a lot of time here to pick a shot and he couldn't do it. Just a bit unrealistic that none of them took a bullet, and then we see Butterfly walk out and he stands in the middle of the road and he watches on as they drive away, and he tells them...
Again, a lot of screen time for these two. Look at that. I mean, like, we're actually getting a shootout here. And it's got nothing to do with the Mayans. Speaking of some junkies.
I think the guy that was shooting was on the junk because he couldn't hit shit.
I think that too.
So, I think he was heavily influenced on the gear, if you ask me.
Up next, though, we've got Angel asking for some fatherly advice for Bishop. I like this scene, but it just seems like it's happening like 2 seasons too late. Like, Angel's kid, right, was literally born 3 seasons ago. Bishop, when he had that story arc about his kid, was about 2 seasons ago. And, like, we're in a final season here, and, like, it seems like the first personal talk you've actually ever seen between, like, the Reyes brothers and anyone else in the club about family.
Yeah.
Which is fucking mad.
Bishop basically gets teary-eyed and he's like, you know, I'd give anything to spend an holiday with my son. Fuck it, if I had my son, I'd pack up and I'd leave the club and I'd be a janitor if it meant providing for my son and getting to hold him. And Bishop's like, I guess that's your fucking answer then. But originally, when they first came to speak to him, Bishop offers him a cigarette, and Angel's like, nah, sorry, I'm kind of thinking about quitting. And he went, is that what you fucking want to talk to me about? I thought that was kind of funny.
Bishop's quite funny, so he stepped the comedy element up.
You know what? I think Bishop is improving the longer seasons go.
The shame we've only got 7 episodes.
It's not his fault, though. First 2 seasons, he was barely featured, which is kind of insane considering he was the president.
He suits the beard more. I feel like the handlebar thing, it was like too much looking like Clay.
Aye.
But no enough height.
Well, Clay minus 4 feet.
Aye. Not literally.
And a little bit brown. But yeah, no, I think this is good.
One of the better scenes of the episode. Then we go to the swing set. We've got Emily and Easy sitting here like good old. Remember we were here in 2003 or whatever fucking reference they made. I don't know what year it would be.
Before we talk about this, I mean, Bishop kind of did just say like, fuck the club, I'm only here because I've got nothing else. I mean, he did kind of, that was kind of what he was getting at here. He was like, yeah, see if I still had a family, see if I still had my child, I'd have left this fucking shit.
You know what? There's so many hints at Angel leaving. He's done. I think he's leaving. Do you not think so?
Well,
he's either dying or leaving.
I can't remember what video it was we made. It may have been a video earlier today, but I said I don't think a club is anywhere. I don't think a club's the right thing for a family, man.
I was earlier. I was predictions.
Now, if you have a family, like you are putting them in danger. You're not only putting them in danger. You're giving them the possibility of growing up without yourself. I mean, you could easily get wiped out, and then that's the kid father.
Thing is, though, for Angel, even if he leaves, man, I still think Isaac would use him. I don't think if he leaves, he's going to be like,
well, hold on.
That's him.
I think if he leaves, he'd leave Santo Padre.
No, I think he would too.
I highly doubt he's just going to leave the club and
but then Adelaide is obviously working for the cartel, so how the fuck can he leave Santa Padre?
It's just a mess, really, isn't it?
It is a mess.
Should have got with nails.
Talking of a mess, he should, maybe not. I was going to say that's Hank's job. I don't know what Hank's doing these days, but Emily wants a car. Easy, one more favour. Can you park the car at the goods entrance at the Walmart? And Easy agrees to it.
Yeah, so Easy and Emily meet up at a park. They're sitting on the swings and they're reminiscing a little bit about old times. I just feel like we've seen this scene way too many times. Emily says she'll only ever ask Easy for one more thing, and that's for a car. And she wants it parked outside that Walmart place where she was going to aim for the exit. So Easy says he'll do it. Emily asked Easy to promise he's going to be okay and he's not in danger. And Easy switches it around and says the same to Emily. And she pinky promises him that she's going to be okay.
Tell you what though, if Nestor and Miguel are working together, or Nestor gets the prospect job to dish the car out to this shop, you know, that could end badly for Easy.
Alright, that's a good one.
But again, it's just like, oh, one more favour, Easy. Wait, I mean, this is Easy as like, you know, villain arc, anti-hero. Should be telling her to get to fuck.
Yeah, I feel like Easy's got way too much bigger things on his plate right now than...
Oh, see all that drugs you're making? I need 10 times that amount. Oh, what's that? Oh, just deliver this car first. That's more important. Come on, Easy. Do the maths.
I guess Easy's got a soft spot for Emily and he'll always care and be her little guinea pig.
Yeah, you know what? I actually feel like if she died, I'd be more bothered than if Sophia died.
Well, Sophia wasn't in this episode. Maybe he's getting over her.
Maybe. It's funny, like, she lives on the same premises. They're making all the gear.
I wonder if Emily turned around and says to Easy, come with me. I wonder what he would do.
Probably fucking the patch would be cut off.
Hey Alvarez, keep that president patch.
Talking of patches getting cut off, even though they didn't really get cut off, we've got Diaz and Alvarez talking about the good time. So a return for Diaz.
Return for Diaz. Alvarez thinks that, things were harder back then. Diaz doesn't think that's the case. He's going, that's just because that shite's behind us. Things were pretty complicated back then.
But this will be a good time, though, for Clay to get a wee name drop.
You remember Clay? That guy looks like a monkey. That big lefty, yeah.
God damn it, racism here from the Mayans.
That guy that looks like a Democrat, he is a Democrat.
No, but do you not see where I'm coming from? I'm not saying you have to. I feel like Jax's name's been mentioned that many times. Could he not have mentioned the war in 91?
I know, but is it not just ironic how Clay, this big, massive, probably the biggest Democrat I know, and I don't know if he's anti-gun but I'm assuming he is. Yeah, in Sons, he's the most pro. He wouldn't give up his guns for nothing. It's
I know. But my point is, I feel could these two not be sitting here and be discussing the war against the Suns back in the day, and then he could be well, look at the Suns, look at the first 9, all wiped out, Clay, Piney, JT, but look, we're still standing, the founding members, something like that.
Well, what about the wee guy with the voice box?
Oh. Lenny the Pimp.
Lenny the Pimp might still be.
He's probably fucking dead.
True.
But I would just like stuff like that.
We reference.
If you can mention Chibs and giving green lights, can this not get mentioned?
That's mad, the first line's dead.
Aye, the one needs a button to talk. But you know what? I enjoyed this scene, but Diaz basically tells Alvarez here, your family's here, but Alvarez is getting back in.
Yeah, Diaz tells him, look, you've got a kid on the way. You leave the dying to the rest of us. But you can see it, there's a wee glimmer in Alvarez's eyes, you know what? I don't want to leave the dying to the rest of us. How much beer
does Alvarez have every fucking scene, man? He's just down it.
I know. Well, at least he's not drinking Bud Light.
That's very true.
That's very true. Big up Alvarez. He's a paid for it. Anyway, then we get Nestor.
Talking of Bud Light, we've got Bud Light delivery here for Nestor.
Nestor and Jess are having a wee conversation while getting beers out. They're stocking up the clubhouse, I guess.
I wonder how much Jess is paid for this job. Probably hee-haw.
See, I wonder how it actually works.
I don't think it would be a set pay. Probably just the end of the night. Here's $80 or $100.
Well, wouldn't they just get prospects to do that? No.
It's weird, isn't it?
Or do they want a little bit of eye candy? You see anything about those Suns? You never really. They kind of just helped themselves, didn't they?
Their own beer.
You never really had any. Whereas in the Mayans, they've pretty much you've got Jess, you've got that other chick, Celio. You've got Trini now who works there. So they do have...
You have 2 prospects. So...
Yeah, it's strange.
People.
I wonder if they get paid or... Why else would they do it,
Yeah, Jess mentions she's got a sister here and things are going better in that department. So yeah, it's kind of giving you hints that these two get into a relationship, but season 4 ended with Nestor, but the fucking probably you're thinking, he's going to kill her here for information or something. Who knows? But yeah, then Bottles walks in with a big brick.
Does anybody care though about Jess and Nestor's relationship?
No.
Right.
I don't. Drugs are slammed down on the table. Fentanyl, 100k a brick, which seems like a lot, but like you said, when a warehouse of heroin get burnt down, this is hee-haw.
Yeah, and we'll find that out later on in the episode, but the Mayans seem to get excited about this one little brick. We then get Letty and Hope. Hope says that they need to leave. Letty's like, nah, we've got enough for the rent now, but Hope is, I guess, paranoid about Butterfly, because if Butterfly's about, then that means Isaac's about.
So she's not aware that he's Sam Dino president?
No, can't be. She must think he's still a junkie.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that Butterfly and Isaac still have connections, because, Isaac still looks like he gets high on something.
Yeah.
And Butterfly could be the supply. So, we'll see. But, see Letty, I don't... She's not likeable.
No, she's not, no.
I think she was more likeable in earlier seasons.
I feel like...
And even then, I think it depends on how you take her. But see now, it's the way she's speaking to Hope here, just basically telling her to fuck off and leave. Because she's scared about, any potential blowback. But, she knows these people and Letty doesn't. I think it's quite reasonable for...
Yeah, what's the end game for these two? Because see just doing all these jobs, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass.
I think it's very, reasonable here for Hope to be worried about potential...
Even if it wasn't Butterfly and Isaac, there was 4 guys in there with guns.
Exactly. Could recognise you, could know where you live, could get a tip, something like that. But then after Hope leaves, you think she's actually left, but she comes back with some ice cream. Then she tells Letty, you know what, we're going to be ice cream testers going forward. So good for them.
I mean, they literally got about like near 15 minutes of screen time. Like, come on, troops, what are we doing here? Talking of like more filler. I mean, I've no real issue with. Well, I mean, I say I've no real issue, but see this Bishop and Maggie romance. Do you feel like they're just giving Bishop this so when they kill him, you can feel a bit more sad for the guy? Because like, oh, can I come in? Oh, once you come in, the door stays shut, Bish. I mean, fuck off. What is this gimmick?
Prisoner?
I know.
Grandma's keeping Bishop prisoner.
Has he got his own booster seat, Grandma?
I don't
Let me mash up your eggs for you, Bishop. Do you like them runny, big man?
I know, I actually kind of like Bishop now. I feel like some scenes he's a nice guy, and then other scenes he's just a dick.
No, seeing he left the clubhouse earlier, and he just looked at balls and was like, fuck this. I thought he was going to fucking kill himself.
I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah.
I do think Bishop, I'm surprised Bishop lasted this long. I thought in season 4 he was a dead man.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like there could be a point in this season where there's a potential for him to like get the gavel back, and I feel like he's going to do a Clay in season 5. He's like, nah, I don't want it. Fuck.
The gavel corrupts, man. I'm like, I mean, it might be. He's the only guy left to get the gavel. But then again, we kind of thought this season would be everybody dying. And pretty much nobody relevant has died so far.
Exactly, but...
no, who's actually died?
Nobody's died.
Like, we all Inland Empire feet. Like, we didn't even know he existed till the start of the season.
Wolverine, pretty cool name, like.
It is, no, but I mean, in terms of characters that we know, who's died? A couple of fucking red shirts on the bridge that were doing this SOA delivery.
Fito.
Who's Fito?
Vito, guy got... Oh, no, he didn't die. He got brain damage. Orange County guy got bad.
Again, these are people that just don't matter. Who with an actual name before it was made up in season 5 is dead? And we're 3 episodes into the final season.
I don't know. I couldn't fucking tell you. Anyway, though, Sam Dino did make an appearance this episode. With Jess and Jasmine eating Chinese, Terry comes in. Piss picking. Like, Sam Dino's truck shipment, right? Gun shipment got ambushed in episode 1. It's the end of episode 3. You got to... I mean, a few days have passed here. And now he's only wanting answers.
Yeah.
If Terry's shown half of the fucking passion that he's shown here is at the Sam Dino table, he might get somewhere.
Jess isn't happy. She thinks that she was only called over here just to get answers out of her. She says she's going to leave, but Terry's like, you're not going anywhere. Terry then chokes the shit out of Jess, but...
Where the fuck are the guns?
But before he can do anything else, Jasmine hits him over the head with a phase or something like that, and I actually thought he was going to die. I thought Jasmine was about to kill Terry here. But she only busts him open and she says, that's my sister. And then Jess is kind of trying to, you know, get life back in her, I guess, try and get breathe in some oxygen. And then Jasmine goes to make sure Terry's okay. Then Terry starts crying. Terry's like freaking out, and Terry's like, he's gonna kill me, man. He's giving me those eyes. You don't know what he's like. And obviously he's talking about Isaac here, and Terry believes that he needs to find out something. He needs to give Isaac something. He needs to give Isaac a win, or else Isaac is going to off him. And we pretty much brought this up in a video a couple of days ago, and someone, I can't remember exactly who it was, so I'm not going to put words into someone's mouth, but someone says that there was no chance Isaac would just kill Terry. But Terry, even here in this episode, has stated that he believes Isaac's going to kill him.
Yeah, and someone says, so I think it was the same person, oh, what about Mayhem folk? Do
you think
Sam Dino's beyond a fucking Mayhem folk?
Like, see if Sam Dino has been run properly, do you think Isaac would have fucking literally left the club to go and live in Sam Meth like an absolute bum, and then just come back and take the gavel, take the president patch? See if things were being done legitly in Sam Dino, would Isaac even be president?
No.
Would he got back into the club?
No.
No, he wouldn't even be a member. No. So let's be real, right? See Sam Dino, they're being run differently from your normal MC.
Yeah. And like even here, like Jasmine says, oh, what about Joker and Hosea? And Terry's like, no, they're Team Isaac. They were Team Terry last season, mate.
Well, hold on, Joker's Team Isaac. I don't know what anytime we see Hosea,
that's not what it is.
Anytime we see Hosea, Isaac's bullying him.
There's a Sam Dino member, right, who was at the scene. Remember Clay got his tattoos inked?
And
he's been in the Mayans. He's a part of Sam Dino. No one knows what his name is, though. But he's appeared in all these fucking different scenes.
What a legend. Probably the most important character to die.
It's not even Yates either, like. But
Yates.
Anyway,
Yates.
Easy and Angel go out. I don't even know what You get this sort of vibe here that Cole lives in a camper van right beside the sea, don't you? Because
He lives in a panel up under the sea. SpongeBob, Cole, Pits.
You could hear like the sea. You could hear seagulls. You could hear wind. And again, this is just like weird because like Easy and Angel have put everything on the table here.
Yeah, so they go and meet Cole outside. Cole's sitting alone in the middle of fucking nowhere with his dog.
That like fucking more depressed than Tony Soprano.
With a dog that didn't look like it was going to do anything. This wasn't a tag team match. This was a handicap match, right? Cole's sitting down, not in a good position, very vulnerable. Easy and Angel could have literally just whipped out guns and shot Cole dead here.
Yeah, like...
can someone explain to me why Cole is regarded as this like unfucking touchable dude? I just don't understand. So they can get into wars with their own charters and the Sons and the Cartel and other mercenaries and Fatos and this and that, but they can't comprehend even doing anything. Cole's like, oh no, if Cole's involved, then we're beat.
No, but the weird thing about this is I can maybe accept them not like killing him at the start, but once they reveal to him here, we're making fentanyl now, how about you back us? And he's like, no, but that makes a bit of sense. I was trying to figure out who attacked that drug place. He's like, there's a maker, a drug creator has gone missing, and now I can put that pin on Santa Padre. See, once he threatens him, this should be right, well, we need to kill him.
Yeah, and Easy gives him the brick, right? And it's like, this brick's supposed to mean something. Look how much of this stuff got burnt down in the warehouse.
Yep.
Yeah, Easy thinks that one brick is somehow a massive deal. And then he says there's another one on the way. And it's like, what? Cole says, look, I want 10 times this amount. And then Easy agrees to it. And it's like, but Cole should know that the Mayans have no connection south of the border.
Yep.
It's like, so even if Cole decides to stick with the Mayans, where are the Mayans getting the ingredients, or whatever, or the supply to make this fentanyl?
Yeah.
Because the guy that they captured at the beginning says that they just had enough from the batch or whatever to make one more brick.
See, the problem is, Easy's lied here.
Yeah, but they're getting... So obviously, they were getting it from Mexico.
But also...
Where are the Mayans going to get it from?
No, but this is another problem, right? The LNG, the cartel, obviously more powerful than the Mayans, right?
Yeah, but they have connections. They're south of the border as well.
Even if the Mayans offered double the amount, is it worth the risk if Cole joins the Mayans and betrays the cartel? The cartel would probably go after him.
But Cole's untouchable.
Apparently so, but... yeah.
No, but shouldn't Cole know that, hold on, they can't really meet this demand?
Yeah, I think that's half the reason he's doing it. So he basically demands for 10 times this amount each day for 3 days, and they agree to it. Then Angel confronts Easy. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you crazy? We can't do this. And he's like, why have you done this? And he's like, well, I know we can't do it, but he's like, but we're going to have to do it. The deal is there on the table, Angel, and there's no one I trust more than you. Sort of pattern. It's like, see anything Angel says to Easy, he goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, he just
Easy does not care about this family shit, and I'm surprised he's not pulled him on it. He's like, Angel, you're either with us or not.
Well, he has kind of said that multiple times to him, but I guess it's not getting through. So yeah, Angel kind of gets his comments brushed off, and Easy's like, we'll get them this amount. He doesn't know how he's going to do it, but he says he'll do it.
Hi. I'd love to fucking know, guys.
Impossible? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because the LNG...
Especially when Bottles and... Emilio or whatever are sitting taking breaks eating fucking Lay's crisps.
Exactly, so I mean we'll see what happens there. Then we get to Creeper. He's still alive. He manages to get to a phone. At first he was like looking at some guy on the phone. I thought he was gonna maybe make a wee kill or make a shank somebody, try and get some revenge, but no, he waits on this guy getting off the phone. He then walks up, he picks up the phone. One invalid picks up the phone, another invalid picks up on the other line, and the line that Hank's on, it tells him who's calling. It's Creeper from prison. It's like, what? Hank picks up the phone.
No, but the Creeper bit was for Creeper, but the rest of it was for, like, automate it.
Creeper then tells Hank, we got a problem. Hank's like, yeah. Creeper's like, there's a fucking rat in the club. And then Hank just has this, like, weird look to him, and he's looking, he's like, what the fuck's happening here? Then he manages to stand up, and he turns his body around slowly with his little cane, and he looks at the clubhouse from outside. And that is how the episode ends, guys. With Hank looking at the clubhouse thinking, who's this rat?
Yeah, you know what? It's a decent cliffhanger, but we all knew this was going to happen. So
listen, I like trailers and that, right? But I think the Mayans in their trailers give away too much.
Yeah, they need to reel it back.
I think trailers shouldn't reveal this. The trailer basically revealed the ending of this episode. And now maybe if we didn't see the trailer, we'd be rating this episode higher. We'd be thinking, oh, that ending was great. But see, when you already know this ending's coming, you can't really think of it as, oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Because you already know it's coming.
So, you know what? It's going to
Could it got spoiled?
Obviously, it doesn't sound like Hank's been given a name because I don't think Cody could really figure out that. But, you know, if messages get passed along to the Mayans that it was an Agent Jimenez and, like, say Bishop or Hank do their own digging and they find out that he's the fucking cousin of Easy and Angel, it wouldn't put too long together to work out who's they're at. So, yeah, we'll find out, guys. But anyway, that is the end of this episode. You know what? Parts of it were, like, good, but I felt like the pacing again was off, and then there was just certain people who got far too much screen time.
At the halfway point, I was probably even further than the halfway point. I was going to give it a 4. I mean, I thought it picked up towards the end, but again, nothing massively.
But everything that happened in this episode was to set up next episodes. Nothing happened that was like, right, that's the end of that.
Yeah, I'll get a 6, and I feel like I'm being generous.
I'm giving it a 5, so 5.5 out of 10, folks. We'll be back with a promo breakdown, which again, that didn't even look that good.
Yeah, I mean, let's just hope that
episode 5 gives us like, here, Tig's going to come back. That's what I'm praying.
Yeah, I know, but it's all right. It's all right hyping up Tig halfway through season 4 when you got another season. Like, what's the point of hyping up Tig halfway through the final season and not bring them back to the last episode? Fuck that.
I wouldn't fucking complain about it.
Yo, I'm actually beginning to wonder if we're getting Tig or not.
I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to get fucking anybody. Anyway, guys, we got Potter and Moo Moo Milk.
We might get Yates.
Might get Yates. Johnny Yates. Anyway, guys, 5.5 out of 10. Check out all the other content. It's been a long review. Till then, though. Peace.